Hello, thanks for joining everyone. It's the first day of, well, the first Monday in October. I think doing these calls on Mondays instead of Wednesdays, they like fly up on us and just really quickly. I'm like, oh, it's Monday and we're doing a call. Okay. But so in some ways it can be harder, but in other ways it's like, okay, my Mondays are going to be productive and focused, and I love doing these calls even for my own sake on Mondays because it feels like just such a good way to be intentional at the beginning of the week. So we've gotten a lot of positive feedback on just when we kind of just talk casually on the calls about personal things. And so I was like, why not do that for this call? And just talk about our goals. I think just something to note for those of you that saw the email that came out yesterday, we are launching a new cycle of programming in 2 weeks. Very excited about it. We'll be switching back to lower upper splits for HF Physique. And we will also be doing a challenge, a 4-week challenge, just kind of leading into the holidays, calling it Elevate Your Everyday. Just really essentially like we are focused on habits that are going to promote overall optimizing our health. And so some of them are a little bit non-traditional to the general population. So I won't share all the details of that yet, but just know that that's coming. You guys will be able to sign up for that next week. And you can do it if you are doing HF Physique or if you are a one-on-one client. So you just need to be one of those, which I think everyone on this call is. So stay tuned for that. More details will come out next Sunday, and the signups will be next week for that. And we'll just get going right away to just lead into the holiday season. So we thought we would talk about goals today for our team. We all are in different places and have different goals and things that we're focused on and working towards. And so thought it would be fun to kind of just talk about that casually today. If you guys have any questions, let us know. I will also check the Google Drive for if you guys asked any questions anonymously, and we'll kind of answer that in between. So just talking goals and what we're focused on. Who wants to talk through their goals first? Henrietta, I know we were just talking about yours, so I feel like that's an easy
Yeah,
intro.
I'll go.
Hey,
So my goal in the moment is a physique goal. I have a goal of building muscle, recamping. So the one of the biggest changes that I have made has actually nothing to do with either food or training, but sleep. So really optimizing my potential for recovery, muscle synthesis, is that how we call it in the, yeah, and also fat loss basically through recamping. And all of that happens while we sleep and when we have good quality sleep. So what I have done is I'm basically getting to bed 10 p.m. That's my new bedtime. And for me, it's not that it's like a huge change from what I've done the last couple of years, but I have always been one that would rather be up late and sleep in if I could, than the opposite. Like that's in Norway, we call it a B person. You're an A person when you like to go to bed early and go up early. So I've been that person that has maybe been tired at 9:30, 10, but like, no, it's way too early. I can't go to bed now. Like, I'll stay up another hour, like I always do. Like, that's me. That's been me. Just made a huge shift, like just from one day to another. I'm like, okay, 10 p.m. and getting to bed, post getting my kids to bed, and I'm reading. So I'm not on a screen before bedtime. So that's two big changes. So ending my night time with a book instead of my phone, basically. Always blue light blockers on. It's nighttime here in Norway now, so it's pitch black and I'm outside. And then falling asleep by 10. What I noticed after a couple of weeks with this was that I was waking up like 5-ish in the morning just by myself. And I was like, this is weird. I don't normally wake up 5 a.m. in the morning. And then turns out that my body's adjusting to just getting to bed earlier. The hours prior to like 12 a.m. is kind of double the worth of the quality sleep that you're getting when you're sleeping before 12, basically. So just
And
my
again, I was
yep.
gonna, you mentioned that earlier, and I was gonna let people know why the sleep before midnight is more important than the sleep after midnight, like why you're feeling those positive benefits. Just kind of as far as like studies have shown, and I'm not a sleep expert, so but I was just going to talk about a few of these things. So I know our circadian rhythm is in better alignment when we go to sleep earlier versus like after midnight, right? So like 9 or 10 p.m. versus 12 or 1 a.m. And part of that is because that's like what our natural circadian rhythm should be, what's most optimal for just us. And then also melatonin production. Melatonin is typically released in higher quantities in the evening. And so going to bed before midnight helps optimize the release of melatonin, which is super important for inflammation, your cortisol regulation, hormones, everything. And so that's one piece there is probably you are just more refreshed in the morning because you've got all of that melatonin in the evening. So you can wake up earlier and just feel better. And then also the first half of the night usually contains more deep sleep stages 3 and 4, which are associated with physical restoration, immune function, and memory consolidation. So prioritizing sleep before midnight ensures you get like a good dose of that crucial deep sleep. And then also you're trying to build muscle right now. So growth hormone is important, and that is released during deep sleep stages. And it's really crucial in muscle and tissue repair. We have a puppy dog. It's really crucial in tissue repair, muscle growth, and overall just physical development. So getting to bed earlier is helping with the gains and obviously physical recovery. And then stress reduction, regular sleep schedule. Obviously, like you having a regular sleep schedule is going to help reduce stress. So you get enough sleep and then you wake up feeling better. So I just wanted to like add that in because we were talking about it. But there's a lot of benefits of going to bed earlier, and those are just some of them.
And for that is definitely like, this is for 4 weeks it's been now, and it's a huge change. Like I never need to have a wake up call, like a alarm. Like I wake up by myself, I wake up refreshed. I don't snooze. Like it's been like turning a leaf. It's like crazy. I would never think that I would be able to do this, and I just decided to do it because I wanted to see. I know the impact of sleep, and I was like, okay, I'm going to give it my all. So now I'm going to just change this, and I really enjoy it as well. So also then starting my morning with just getting straight outside, not getting any blue light exposure. I'm not turning on any lights. If I am turning on, or if my husband has gone up before me and he has turned on lights, I take on my blue light blockers and I just go like this outside. So no, and just step outside, no phone, uh drink my 1 liter of water. Like that's just ending my night with a book and not on a screen, and getting to bed early, waking up by myself, getting outside, just really being in tune with my circadian rhythm, basically, to then optimize the work that I am putting in the gym, and also to utilize the food that I'm eating, because of course I'm doing those things as well as prescribed. But I just wanted to mention that if you're one like me that have a hard time going to bed early, it's been mind-blowing for me, the change that I'm feeling, and just how and how like easy it has been, because the change came so quickly, how I'm feeling, and it's just really inspiring, and it motivates me. And if I can do that and see quicker and better results with my hard work, it's so worth it. And not just like for the physique, but also for the impact that it has on my health in general. Like,
Oh yeah. Well, even just waking up in the morning before an alarm and feeling energized and ready for the day, like that is invaluable. That's worth everything.
like this weekend, I was like up at 8 a.m. Like that is not me on a weekend. Like
I love it.
Henrietta, did you do it just for curiosity? Did you do it all at once? Did you go from like late
Yeah.
night to like, all
Yeah.
right,
Explain
now
that.
I'm before 10? Or did you do
I
like 10 minutes a day?
no, I just went straight on 10.
Did you have
And
a
that
hard
worked
time falling
fine?
asleep at first when you did
No.
that?
Wait, no, I didn't. I think that, and that's the weird part because I was really tired. So I think that when I just mentally decided that I'm not going to be that person that just stays up because I'm the person that stays up, if that makes sense. When I just
Yeah.
decided, no, I'm going to go to bed and I'm actually tired, like, and reading at night and just, I'm putting some candle lights on, just making it really cozy in the bedroom. And no, it was just a switch. And I think my mentality switched with that.
Mm.
Uh, and then I've been tired. I've been wanting to go to bed,
Yeah.
basically.
You were probably pushing through that before because you just
Yeah,
felt
yeah,
like
yeah.
you wanted to stay up
That's
more. But now you just let yourself go to bed and have a little bit more of a calming routine. It's easy to fall asleep.
like
Yeah.
when you heard David say on like blood analysis where he said like just put on your blue light blockers, you will
Yeah.
not be able to stay up. And I'm
That's
like,
true.
okay, I'm very able to stay up. But like now it's more like I'm just allowing that what he means with that just like, hit me and then I'm tired. Yeah.
Yeah, and for those of you, if you don't have blue light blocking glasses, you can get them so many places now. But when you're looking for them, I think the confusion I have seen with people that they're like, oh yeah, I have blue light blocking glasses. I wear them all day. I'm like, well, wait, those are clear lenses. So see Henrietta, how she has orange lenses. So when you're getting blue light blocking glasses, you want them to be orange tinted or they're just filtering. And that's great. If you want to wear the clear ones during the day, like when you're on your computer screen, that's fine. But they're only blocking what, 20, 30% of blue light, where the ones that Henrietta has on are blocking like 98%. And that is everything when it comes to blocking blue light in the evenings and why that is valuable. So like myself and Craig, we'll just put our blue light glasses on after we make dinner. Like once we're starting the bedtime routine for our kids is when like we're cleaning up the kitchen and which really kind of aligns with when the sun is setting. For us, obviously in the summer it's later, but in the winter it's like as we're eating dinner, I could put them on. But that's typically when we try to put them on. Because if you are exposed to artificial blue light in the evening, that is going to keep your body from producing melatonin, which that's what makes us sleepy and tired. So if you're blunting that, then you're going to bed and you're missing out on that evening melatonin production. Even if you fall asleep at 10, if you have been watching TV leading up to that or on your computer working leading up to that without blocking that blue light, then you might go to bed at 10, 10:30, 11, but you're still not getting that melatonin production for at least, I think it's 2 hours later. So you might miss out on that and you wake up like you got 8 hours of sleep, but you wake up feeling like garbage. So that's probably why, even if you go to bed at a regular hour, if you've been watching blue light or, exposed to a lot of blue light before bed, that's going to impact your melatonin production into the night. So they're like $20. Get some blue light blocking glasses, join the nerdy group. And there's more of us out there than you realize. I think it's growing. But it's like the cheapest way to really like not impact your melatonin production to help you fall asleep earlier. And then also that artificial blue light impacts our insulin sensitivity too. So it's going to help you with your metabolism, which is going to help with your potential, your body composition goals. And so there's just so many benefits to blocking that blue light in the evenings and establishing a good bedtime routine. And for like $20 to get the glasses, it's worth every penny, I would say.
It's really about like going back to our roots and like our biological needs and just thinking about how was we created and like what are we exposing ourselves to now. And I think one of the huge things is also like when you're going to bed earlier, is that then it might not be as important to get those 8 hours or 8 to 9 hours of sleep. You can go by with 7 perhaps because it's such good quality of those hours prior to midnight then. So that is like how when I noticed that I was like, shit, I'm buying myself time here. Like I can get more out of my day. I'm like, this is such a win. yeah, I'm excited. Let's just say that I'm excited.
I love it. Okay, I have a practical question because I think it's nice to talk about optimal, but then like let's talk about practical, right? Especially if you're married, if you have kids, how do you manage this? Because I know sometimes it's hard to get kids to bed on time, that impacts your time. Or maybe your spouse likes to watch TV in bed, or they like want to stay up late. That's kind of your thing, is you stay up late together. How have you problem solved around that? I feel like you're like the best person I know at setting personal boundaries. But so this is great asking you, because maybe you can kind of help share some wisdom on how like you navigate that with family. It's, easy to change your schedule if you're single, easier
Yeah.
at least, but if you have other people involved, how do you do that? How have you?
So for me, it's been like the kids, it's my second kid, or like my mid kid. He goes to bed at 9. So talk with him like 9 to 9:15. And then, so the change for me is like, I go straight to bed after putting
Okay.
him to
Yeah.
sleep. Or my husband will put him to bed while I'm putting the small one to bed. And so it's more like I'm not having any time in the sofa at night anymore. Like that's just. And Andreas, my husband, he's one that also likes to go to bed early. So now I'm
That's
actually
nice.
more tuned with him.
Yes.
But if the case was that he would have wanted to, he would not be allowed to watch TV in bed, basically. He would have to go in the living room and he would have to watch by himself. Like, I'm sorry, but that's just how it would need to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. I think the hardest thing is my teenager at the weekends.
Yes.
Like, when he's up, and it's kind of me needing to, so that's the thing that I'm struggling a little bit with. Like, so what I do is just, I don't put my phone on flight mode. I have sound on, so if he's out and there's anything, he can always call me and I will wake up and
That's nice.
get it. Yeah, so I guess that's the only thing that is like, but I've been away every weekend in September, so it hasn't been a thing yet, but that's kind of what I'm thinking can be a thing. But I think if there's like one night and I'm consistent like 6 out of 7, it's not an issue either.
Right.
Like,
yeah. Consistency, like something, obviously consistency over perfection for sure. But it's nice if everyone kind of knows like mom's bedtime. So if you're going to bed at 10, when do you start like your bedtime routine?
yeah, so I start 9:15.
And what do you feel like is really helpful in that routine for you?
So that's reading instead of being on my phone, and just getting to bed. Like, I'm going straight to bed, because if I would go up and sit, and I'm saying up because we have living room upstairs, and I would be in the sofa, I would not be able to make it, I think, to bed, because time flies. So that's key, that I just go straight to my own bed after putting the kids to bed. And then I have my kind of cozy time there, basically.
What's your cozy time?
The book.
Okay. I like it. I think the more we can do to like solidify that routine, it's like a baby, right? You wash the baby, do the story, do the tuck in, and like they know, like as soon as they're doing the bath, they're already tired, because it's like the routine is so cemented that the routine itself makes them sleepy. And I think we're the same way. So just like romanticizing that, I love that word too, romanticizing, and Henriette is really good at that. Your evening routine of I have like a new face routine that I love doing every night. It's just like different oils I put on my face. It's really basic, but that makes me like go, like I do my face wash, do my oils, put my blue light blockers on, and then I'm like just clean up the kitchen and head to bed myself. Like that, just even that routine makes me like tired now, because that's what I know to do. So I love that. Anyone else? Okay, I think we were going to talk everyone's goals, but Henrietta's were good enough that I feel like everyone could benefit. Do you guys have any from the team? Like what do you do for your bedtime routine that is helpful? Does anyone have any like rituals that they look forward to at night? Autumn, I think you're muted.
Oh, I was gonna say I foam roll.
Oh, Craig rolls out too. I don't, but I watch him.
Yeah.
do that every night.
I cold shower. I take a cold shower,
Uh-huh.
and then for like 3 minutes, and then I foam roll, and then I put my glasses on. I'm good. I'm ready.
I like that. You like the cold shower at night? That helps you like just like
It does. It really, really helps for some reason calm me down.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah.
I haven't done the nighttime one, but I know a lot of people that do and like love it. So
Love it. I love it.
I like that. What about you, Griffin? Do you have anything you do? You have a baby, so it's like kind of different.
It's a little different. I mean, he's down relatively early.
Yeah.
But I'm the opposite, and this is new. I think it's probably from coaching. So the last several years I was the morning girl coaching at the gym. So my body, like, it was 4:30 a.m. alarm. So like in my early years, I was not necessarily an A person, as Henrietta described. I actually kind of would have described myself a B person, but in the several years pre-baby, because of my 4:30 a.m. wake up call, I have hardcore become an A person. So I like going to bed super early, like embarrassingly early. Like as soon as baby's down at like 7:30, I'm making my way to the bedroom. So
I miss those days. Not really, but like that's the one thing I miss about babies. It's just like the house is
love it.
quiet at 7,
Yeah.
7:30.
Yeah. So I'm hardcore in the camp of as soon as the sun goes down, the blue blockers go on. So blue blockers are on early. And yeah, well, my husband and I will eat dinner and watch a show sort of as our calm down. We eat late. That's my problem right now, is my eat to bed window is almost non-existent. So dinner to bed is very short, which I would love to work on changing. I need to figure out how to like, yeah, I need to figure out how to like eat with the baby or something. So that's my downer. But yeah, so we have our relax, eat dinner, watch a show, and then it's straight to bed. So I'm lights out before 9 most nights, and it's just my routine now. And as Henrietta said, I'm before an alarm. Sometimes, like in the 5 o'clock hour, I'd say I'm awake without an alarm.
I love that.
Yeah.
I think it's like a good time of year to, if you haven't been doing this, like coming off of summer, I think it's so easy to just be up so late because the sun is out, the days are so fun. And we're just like transitioning into fall where, I mean, gosh, where I'm at right now, it's like raining and dark right now. It looks like it's nighttime, but it's not. But I feel like I've noticed for sure in the last week that the sun is setting much earlier now. And so it's like pushing me into that getting that evening routine earlier. And I love that. That's like one thing I love about this time of year. It's hard when the days are short and the nights are longer, but I think there's definitely something to be said about seasons and seasons that we rest more, and it's needed. Like, I think it's definitely important. And so just taking advantage of like, okay, it's a new time of year. What can I gain at this time of year? Like maybe it is just more downtime and not trying to like push those summer hours into fall.
I think that's a really good takeaway. Like trying, and as Henrietta was saying earlier, like trying to get a little closer to being with the sun, like operating with the sun, and then being pretty consistent, like consistent in bedtimes, consistent in meal times. Your body lives and craves off that consistency, and your body knows it generally eats at 7 a.m. every morning. And that's why, like when you travel time zones and you don't eat at your normal eating window, like that's what jet lag is. Your body is just like, I'm pissed that I'm not fed at the normal times or sleeping at the normal times. So you feel a little yucky. So really to like work on optimizing just generally how you feel overall, that consistency and trying to get as close as possible to the sun, I think can be really helpful.
Yeah, and the best way to get as close as possible to the sunrise, sunset, right, is to get outside. So get outside, get that morning sunlight within those first 3 hours of the day, like 15 minutes of just, I love to go for a walk, but even just like drink your morning beverage outside, maybe eat your breakfast outside, read for 15 minutes outside, whatever you can do to just get that some light, some sun exposure in the morning, and the evening is going to really help you like as quickly as possible sync your circadian rhythm to what's optimal for you. So hopefully this call helped. We'll have to talk through, we might need to make this into like a series, whose goals. We'll talk through Casey next time, or Jess, or but I think this was good just in timing with the seasons anyway. So one of our challenges in the challenge upcoming is to get outside for 5 to 10 minutes. twice a day. So we'll be talking about that more too. And thank you everyone for joining. I hope you guys have a great start to your week and a great start to your October, my favorite month of the year. And thanks, coaches, for as always, just your knowledge as well.
Thank you.
Have a great Monday, everyone.